You know, that reminded me of a song. I actually want to listen to a different band because that song. Man, this music I'm playing, it wasn't even playing right because the audio jack is like all crooked. It's like all bent. So it was only like half stereo or like half connected. Man, no wonder I got the phone and the stereo on max. Because it's like, holy crap! Once that connector achieved a full steady connection, well, listen to me, I'm yelling because my ears are ringing so bad. Like, I have to yell. Duh! You know what it's like. Shit. Anyhow, I don't know if I have this song. I don't know if I have an MP3 or whatever. I might have to go online. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Do I? Let me see. Shit, I gotta go online. Yeah. Alright, well, while I'm doing that, I might as well play this. Shit. Might as well. You know? Alright, so now that that's over, that fart song that I played right before that kind of reminded me of this No Means No song. The internet has made me immune to a coherent narrative. Did that to me a long time ago. Guys, what was failing? Damn this freaking. I gotta use a different audio cable. I should either fix this or throw this away, because this is not a healthy cable to use for much of anything. It's a bad idea to use broken things, with broken things. Or no, if you use broken things with non-broken things, your non-broken things will end up broken things. That's my wisdom, and I'm sure you probably know that already. So it's common wisdom, common sense, I suppose you could call it, right? But yeah, seriously, like, that's all that your broken things will ever get you out of life, is more broken things. See, now this is a healthy RCA to stereo. This is a nice, healthy stereo mini. It's not like bent in any way, shape, or form. It'll interface perfectly with any headphone jack. And these here RCA cables, man. And not only that, but this is some like thick, freaking shielding, some plastic shielding, and the copper underneath the shielding is super thick. Like, these are some thick ass freaking copper wire. This is some pro audio gear right here. This is what I should strictly be using. Nothing but pro audio gear. But whatever. Pretty much just use what I can find at the moment. You know what I mean? Life is kind of like that, I reckon, in every regard. And one tone. Alright, I want to play that again, but this time with my pro audio gear, man. Like, for sure. Hunker down, y'all. Startup downfalls. 3 new books explore why fledgling companies flounder and what founders can do about it. I swear, man. I took Business 101 in community college, Microeconomics 101, Accounting 101, and I guess that's about it when it comes to money. I mean, I took plenty of math, but math has nothing to do with money. I mean, like arithmetic. Basic arithmetic, elementary arithmetic is all you really need. Anyhow, what am I trying to say? I don't know crap about business because they say 90% of small businesses fail in the first year. But I don't know why. Because like my first business, my first limited liability company, I founded it. Founded it. It sounds like I'm trying to say I found it under my shoe. I founded my corporation 15 years ago. And it's still going. And that makes me a success. Or at least my corporation, I mean. My LLC is a success. Because it doesn't make a whole lot of money. It doesn't make a whole lot of beans. But it's been around. And apparently that's a big deal in the business world. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that most small businesses, they probably get a bunch of loans and like get a bunch of financing and like hustle up a bunch of dough, like hustle it up. And then once they've accomplished that, then they go out of business. That's why they go belly up the first year, because they got what they needed. They got a bunch of funding and support, and now they can disappear. I don't know. Does that sound about right? I reckon so. That's probably why they go out of business so quickly. And only 10% actually stick around until the next year before they go bankrupt. I don't know, maybe the numbers have changed. That's just what the SBA told me when I set up that LLC 15 years ago. So. Alright. I'm getting tired of talking. It's kind of boring. Boring! When JJ talks, it's boring! Oh, you know what that sound meant? Oh man, I know what it meant. You don't need to know, but it meant my MP3s from MP4s and waves copied from my iTunes library. So I need to eject this SD card. Come on, OBS. Hide. Hide. Whatever. Command tab. Find it. There we go. Alright. Eject. Remember, people, always eject your media, whether it be magnetic, optical, or solid state. Always eject it to avoid a corrupted file system. Alright, people? Seriously. There's nothing funny, humorous, or cute about what I just said. 100% dead serious. Always. eject your media. How do you do that? You use your operating system and you click the thing that looks like an eject symbol on a VCR. Like, it's kind of interesting how, like, all of our media playback control buttons, mechanisms, the symbology, all goes way, way back to the VCR days. You know? It's like record players didn't have like a triangle pointing to the right to represent play. It's not a record player thing. It's more of a tape thing, like an audio cassette, videotape cassette thing. The play button, the double arrow to the left, rewind, double arrow to the right, fast forward, the equal sign, pause, and the triangle with a line underneath it for eject. All goes back to the video playback mechanisms. Anyhow, I'm sure you're all very fascinated by my superior knowledge of magnetic tape media. You're just like, wow, in awe, I'm sure. You're like, JJ knows a lot about things you can record with. That's neat. But this isn't about recording, this is about playback, man. We're still using that symbology to this very day. What more can I say? Isn't that interesting? We're still using that symbology to this very day. I find that fascinating. Couldn't they come up with anything better by now? No, they couldn't. Nobody could. Because, those symbols are established. Everybody's known them, they're familiar with them. It's like, why would we use anything else? Ever. Never. No way. It would take some serious negotiating. It would take a monopoly, like a new media monopoly, to change those triangles and those lines. It would take a whole new Sony to like freaking pave the way for a new symbology. Anyway, what do we need one for? I'm just tired of it all. Sick of it all. It's really so predictable. So effing predictable. But at least I'm familiar with it. That's nice. Predictable yet familiar. Oh yes. Alright, well. Man, I'm gonna play back what I was just listening to a minute ago. This album kicks ass. If you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? When I say kicks ass, I mean it rocks. I mean it's the bee's knees. It's the rootinest, tootinest, freaking awesomest goddamn. On this day itself, Bucko, yes, sitting there, you picked on us for long enough. I'm gonna get up. That's why base.
There we go.
I really love that song, and I love that band, but I got a hankering for for an album, not just a song, but an entire friggin' album. That's right. I just gotta hear it. Right. Isn't that a trip how Androids always ask you to select your drive when you're like using a file manager? It's like, why do I have to select the drive? Don't you know? Like, I guess not. Whatever. Alright, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this band. They're called Conflict, and they're pretty rad. Like, really rad. Like, totally rad. Oh, crap. Oh, I was supposed to select the root of the drive. That's right. Yeah, there we go. I was so busy babbling about how silly it is that I have to do this that I forgot to do that. Okay. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. Okay, okay. Um, Wait, where's that album I want to play? Oh, there it is. There we go. Oh, this is so awesome, you guys. This whole freaking album is so freaking badass. So, like, what's the deal with people being so impressed with, like, solar power? Like, I remember back when I was a boy, I had solar powered calculators. You know? It looked, my solar powered calculators, they looked a lot like a smartphone with a bunch of buttons. Well, it looked like a calculator. I'm sure I have one in here somewhere. I'm not gonna get up and look for it, but and it would be angled. It would be flat, but like, freaking, there'd be like a little angle, a little panel up at the top, and usually that would be where like the solar bar would be located, and it didn't require actual sunlight. Like a fluorescent light was good enough. Just about any light was good enough to power up a solar powered calculator. And now it's like a freaking solar powered TV remote control or a solar powered freaking just about anything makes people go, wow. Like, oh my god. What is the big deal, you guys? Haven't you been... Like, I seriously don't understand people. I mean, what is the wow factor? Like, seriously, you guys, I took apart this solar... See this? This is a solar panel right here. I took it apart so I could, like, use it to power whatever I want. Because, you know, it was basically just like a battery, like a rechargeable freaking USB device. Like a USB battery pack, essentially. Anyways, people are wowed by the dumbest shit. It's like, I've been using solar-powered gadgets for years. Of course, I had to hack things. I had to take apart calculators and solar-powered USB battery packs to do it. But whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Just be creative, people. Alright? Do you well in the long run. I reckon so. Ah! This year's CES seems really predictable. Everything I'm reading here seems like very predictable tech. But, I mean, hey, who cares about the mundanity of it all? What it boils down to is it futuristic? Is it functional? Is it badass? And I guess most tech is pretty badass these days. When was the last time you saw a piece of technology, some consumer electronics? When was the last time you picked up a piece of gear that was flimsy and flaky and crappy and crummy and just made you think, oh, this wasn't made in China. This was made in what, Siberia, made in Antarctica, made by I don't know, made by very, very troubled people. I'm just saying, because back in the day, you could pick up a piece of gear, revolutionary, some new piece of technology that was going to change the world, but, you know, it wasn't built like a Buick. Fuck no, it was built more like an aluminum can. You know what I mean? Man, I wish I could have gone to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. That would have been badass. I didn't even know it happened. I haven't been paying attention, really. I do know of a few events in the near future. I do know that Greta Van Fleet will be in my town. That's right, in November. Yeah, don't even have to go to Phoenix. They'll be in my town. But when the Insane Clown Posse, when ICP was here like a week or two ago, I didn't really know. I didn't know about that. Whatever. I don't know if I'm fit for a concert anyways, but what else is happening? Oh, Smashing Pumpkins. They're gonna be, I think they're gonna be at the casino in May. So, yeah. Pumpkins in May, Greta in November, here in my town. Not even like, well, I don't know, the casino's kind of down by, I think it's like Sonoita. It's on the way to Green Valley, which is on the way to Nogales. So basically down south, that way. Down I-19. which, you know, I think I-19 is kind of a local phenomenon. Like I-10 is a famous highway. Interstate 10 goes all the way through to LA, and then it goes all the way the other way, like through Texas and even further. So I-10's famous, but our other interstate, I-19, I think it's a little bit less famous, but that's the one you take to get to the casino for sure. I mean, if you're going to take a highway. You could take the frontage road, or you could just take Mission Road. Yep. Just take Mission all the way down to the San Javier Mission. Now that I think about it, that's probably why they call it Mission Road. Whatever. I don't know. I digress. What should I play now, you guys? Should I just keep it quiet for a bit? Yeah, right. That'd be weak. Totally weak. Why would I keep it quiet? Seriously. Why would I keep it quiet? Well, I like that song plenty, but I wanted to play the whole album. Oh, I see. There's a duplicate of each song. Alright. So there's 4 songs, each one gets played twice. I want to play the FLAC, not the MP3. Let me fix that real quick. Actually, I can play the song and still fix the folder layout as well. Yeah, that's me on drums. I wasn't using my feet. It was mostly, it was a custom kit. You can call it that for sure. Okay, good. Yeah, I was trying to refresh the playlist, the folder, and it wasn't refreshing properly. It was still showing like 8 files, and then I got it to show the 4. That's when I flashed you that. But confused. Poor VLC. 2 songs to go. Let's rock out with our. Man, this is a stupid fucking article. I shouldn't have even read it. This guy's asking, do good doorbell cams make good neighbors? He's having like an ethical dilemma. He's having like a morality crisis about whether or not he should have, what the hell are they called? A Ring. That's right, a Ring doorbell camera. Yeah, he's having a morality crisis because he's like thinking it makes him look like a paranoid tweaker ass motherfucker or something. You know, like he's like, am I just another paranoid gentrifier? It's like, well, I mean, I don't know anything about you, bro, but I mean, hey, you just told me what you might be. So, let me get this straight. You're a wannabe hipster that moved into a ghetto-ass neighborhood, like a typical hipster gentrifier. But of course, the low rent comes with a deficit. It comes with some negatives. The low rent is a positive. The interesting neighborhood is a positive, but at the same time, that interesting neighborhood is a negative because you want security for your property. It's like, what in the hell? Dude, if you need security, fucking implement some security. If you don't need security, fuck off! You don't need to waste money on surveillance equipment if you don't need to waste money on surveillance equipment. And if you do, well, goddamn, do it. Don't worry about looking bad. What the fuck? I mean, you're already a hipster gentrifier. You already look bad. You might as well get the goddamn Ring cam. I mean, what the hell? People get uptight and self-conscious over the weirdest shit, man. What the fuck is this? And the answer that we got from our column writer Megan O'Giblin, she's just pontificating for paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, supposes suppositions after suppositions after makes no assertions, but plenty of suppositions about, oh, well, you could be this, could be that, I could be black, I could be white, I could be wrong, I could be right, yada, 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 yada. Man, I could have, instead of taking up all this fucking writing space, I could have answered it with one paragraph. I could have said, yo, if you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. Word, sucker. God damn, man. From what I've seen, those Ring cameras provide a lot of entertaining video. I mean, like, sometimes the video ends up on the news. Like, criminal package snatchers. Like, what else? Vandals. Vandals, vandalizing front yards. I don't know, I guess that's about it. Thieves and vandals, thieves and vandals. I've never owned a Ring anything. I don't know. For all I know, it's a piece of junk. I don't know. Or maybe it's the smoothest, finest surveillance camera known to man ever made. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. Hey Ring, if you're watching this, why don't you send me a Ring camera and I'll give it a review, okay? I used to review stuff back in the day. Oh, anyway. Well, I successfully fucked up my frame of mind for listening to Hugger Whales. Now I gotta pick something else to suit my frame of mind. And I already had something lined up. I already had something in mind. I know Black History Month is over, and now it's time for Women's History Month, but I'm just gonna play this because I like it. All right, has nothing to do with Black history. All right, I just like it. Man, this article is about driving while stoned on cannabis, THC, marijuana, the wacky the thing that this article is trying to convey, at least I finally got to the point where it gets to the point. It says every state in the United States of America has laws against driving stoned. It is technically a DUI thing. Driving under the influence, driving intoxicated, etc., etc., etc. And the point that the article is trying to make is that there's really no good way to determine if a human being is like baked out of their mind, you know, from just getting fucking blazed, or if it's just accumulated THC stored in their fat cells from a prior blaze session, from getting stoned the other day, you know, like, because that's the way it works. It's kind of like antidepressants if you think about it. Do you know what I mean? Do you? Because, I mean, if you've never taken a freaking anticonvulsant, antidepressant medication like Lamictal, Zonogram, what's that one that rots your liver? Depakote, etc., etc. Check it out, y'all. The reason I say this is because I was in this bad car accident. And when I say bad, I mean like I'm the only survivor, like that kind of bad. And so when I got home, I was in pretty rough shape. And everybody was trying to fix me. Granted, they weren't trying to fix the right things. Like, they should have been trying to fix my broken-ass back, but instead they're trying to fix my neurological brain, traumatic brain, injury bullshit. They're giving me, like, EEG tests to see about epilepsy, and they determined during the EEG test session the sleeping head trode waveform monitor thing. They determined that I had epileptiform discharges and random spiking, which is indicative of neural epileptiform. Wait, hold on. It was I forget what they called it. It wasn't grand mal epilepsy. It wasn't petite mal epilepsy. They were trying to say I had, the other kind. Anyways, I ain't got no fucking epilepsy. I've seen epilepsy. I've dated epilepsy. I've lived with epilepsy. Epilepsy is in my family, in my exes. I know epilepsy when I see it. I know grand mal looks like a flopping fish on the ground. I know, petite mal looks like a freaking zoned out. That's a petite mal. And then there's, I forget the names, the term. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a neurologist. My point is the medication that they were trying to give me, that I was just naming off, the Depakote, the Lamictal. They didn't actually try to give me Zonogram. That was some drugs I picked up on the street from a band member. And it was just as terrible as all that other stuff. But I was so screwed up in the head from the Depakote and crap. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take some street Zonogram. Why not? It was really messed up. I didn't need that stuff. But the thing is, it takes like a week or two for it to build up and accumulate in your system before it starts working. Like, it doesn't work the first day. It doesn't work the second day. That ain't the way it works. You gotta build it up in your system. And it's like with marijuana. Oh, it works. It works when you do it the first day, alright. Okay? But the thing is, if you continually smoke every day, like a so-called stoner, okay, you're gonna build it up in your fat cells, and you're gonna develop a so-called tolerance, and that's exactly what this article is bitching about, is the fact that you can be, like, busted, prosecuted, you can get a DUI for driving under the influence of cannabis, even though you haven't actually gotten stoned in like a few days or even a week. And that's a fact in any...
It's 6 o'clock.
Oh, I think that's a fact in any state in the United States of America. Anybody can get in trouble for driving while stoned. So basically, if you've got a marijuana leaf on your baseball cap or your t-shirt, if you've got skunky smelling fingertips or whatever, like if you've got I don't know, if you've got a bumper sticker that says fish with a PH, or maybe perhaps Cottonmouth Kings, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, okay, if you're basically telling the world, hey, I'm a stoner, dude, you're basically inviting the cops to, do what cops do, which is bust you. So, and yeah, I don't think that there's anything, this whole article is kind of sad. Driving high is not as dangerous as driving drunk. That's debatable. What the fuck? Where did he get that information? And what exactly is drunk? What is that, like 0.8? Is that why the legal limit, the blood BAC is 0.8? Is that drunk? Because, I hear radio advertisements that say, buzzed driving is still drunk driving. Don't do it. And then, what the fuck is driving high? Okay? Because it says apparently that the typical level of acceptable THC to have in one's system is 5 nanograms. 5 nanograms. 5 nanograms. 5 Roman numeral 5 nanograms. Okay? And yeah, this poor sucker had 9 nanograms. This poor sucker had 9 nanograms in his system when he got pulled over and busted. And apparently, the pressure of having to do the DUI dance, the DUI shuffle. Yeah, you put one foot in front of the other. You touch your nut finger to your nose. Yeah, you say the alphabet forwards and backwards, and then you walk around on your tippy toes. I don't know. Something like that, anyway. But yeah, I guess going through that whole routine made this guy freak out. And he's all shaking. He's like shaking like a paranoid leaf, because he's not enjoying this whole process of being ordered around like a little bitch. Because that's essentially what the cops do to everybody. It's like they call it a test, but it feels more like Simon Says. Okay? You ever play that game? Simon Says, touch your finger to your nose. Simon Says, walk from heel to toe to heel to toe in a straight line. Simon Says, hop on one foot. Simon Says, you're fucking stoned. I'm putting handcuffs on you and taking you to be processed. The test is concluded. And, I digress. What do I have to say? I think you know what I had to say. If you give any kind of clues or indications that you're a stoner-ass mofo, you're basically inviting the authorities to just pull you over and process you. Because if you are a stoner-ass mofo, you're going to have THC accumulated in your system because it's stored in your fat cells. It's an accumulated thing, just like the anticonvulsant medication I was just describing. And that's that. So be careful, alright? Be careful, you crazy, wacky stoners. I know 420 is coming up real quick, It'll be here like any old day now. Well, more like in about 50 days. 50 days. Actually, that looks more like a 6, huh? More like 50 days until 420. 420! And so, yeah, be careful, you dumb mother mofos. It's like, it's funny. The people are so illogical in my mind. I mean, I'm illogical too, don't get me wrong, but I'm illogical in much different ways. I'm illogical in the fact that I actually expect people to get me and catch my drift and vibe me and shit, Like, yeah, in my dreams. They'd probably vibe with a space alien, a mutant space alien, better than they'll vibe with me. But no, what I'm referring to is people think that just because they get vaccinated, that they're safe, that they don't have to wear a mask anymore, that they're just like immune. It's like they think they get a vaccine and a booster shot and now they're Wolverine from the motherfucking X-Men. It's like, no, you're not. And at the same time, people think that just because cannabis is legalized in their local area, in their state, or county, or whatever, I don't know how it works, they think just because the cannabis is legal in their, state, it's like they think they can just, be an out and open, uncloseted freaking, they think they don't have to keep it on the down low anymore. They keep their smoking on the down low. It's like, you dumbass. Leave it to a stoner to be that stupid. Like, you should always be ninja about that kind of crud. You know? Be a goddamn ninja. Keep it on the down low. Keep it in the closet. Because if you don't, you're gonna get busted, dumbass. Granted, I don't have to worry about this because I bought this at the Quick Mart. So, and there's nothing illegal about this. I bought it over the counter. So, cheers. But yeah, man. Woo! Oh man, I'll bet this jazz music's gonna be even better now. See, that's the thing, man. I should have shown you my eyeballs. Like, what are my eyeballs like right now, huh? They're pretty white. Well, I've never been one to get too bloodshot, you know? But I do get Chinese eyes. You know? What's that? Yeah. All Chinese eyes. Or, yeah, cotton mouth. If I keep this up, I'll have some cotton mouth going on. I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Who, me? Chinese Stone? Oh man, I'm just doing my Luke Perry impersonation. I'm just doing my Clint Eastwood impersonation. I'm just doing my weird guy from Third Rock from the Sun impersonation. I suppose that could be like Gordon Levy or the other guy that talks like this. You know, the guy, because you've got, you know, I don't know. Anyhow, got Garfield eyes. Garfield eyes, man. And that's how you know I just hit the pipe. I look like I do. I look like I did. So, yeah, if I was behind the wheel of a car right now, it'd be kind of foolish, kind of reckless. When I'm all looking like, you know how hard it is for me to, like, do that? To keep my eyelids up right now? You know how hard that is? It's hard. It's difficult. It's not easy. So, that is the toke detector. At least for me. I guess it might not work on everybody, but I'll bet it works on a large percentage of folks. I'm tired of this article. I'm tired of this album, too. It's a really good album. Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. I guess it's more of an EP than an album, I guess. It's only got 5 songs. Granted, they're pretty long songs. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what qualifies as an EP. If it's like a quantity or a length thing. You know, like the time expenditure on the recorded audio, you know, on the album. Or yeah, the tracks, the number of tracks. Like, I suppose I could look that up, huh? I'd really like to. Let's do that. What do you think, guys? What do you think, gals? Let's look it up. What is the definition of an EP? It says extended play. An extended play record? That doesn't make any sense because all the EPs I own are anything but extended. They're pretty short. An extended play record, usually referred to as an EP, is a musical recording that contains more tracks than a single, but fewer than an album or LP record. Long play. Okay, I get it. Yeah, LP, long play. I already knew that. Extended play, I didn't know that. So, yeah, I see. So, an EP is in between a single and an LP in terms of, let me see, musical recording that contains, wait a minute. Extended play referred to, it is a musical recording that contains more tracks than a single, but fewer than an album. So it does have to do with the number of tracks. So Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, a 5-track release, I guess would qualify as an EP according to this logic, this definition. Contemporary EPs generally contain 4 or 5 tracks. Okay. And are considered less expensive and time-consuming for an artist to produce than an album. Really now. Less expensive. I suppose it depends on the length of the song. If it's a 2-minute song, a 5-minute song, or a 10-minute song, you know? And, well, I mean, what did it say? Less difficult? I mean, is anything to do with music that difficult? That's like saying sex is difficult. It's like saying playing a video game is difficult. That's like saying any recreational activity is difficult. It's like, yeah, I suppose so, but it's still a recreational activity. Like when you say difficult, like you make it sound like work. It's like basically everything takes skill. Like we're all human beings. We all have bigger brains than any other creature on the entire. Well, okay, dolphins have pretty big brains from what I hear. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is everything that a human does, everything takes a certain amount of skill, a skill level. It's like a goddamn role playing game, like Dungeons and Dragons and shnikes, you know? Like, it really does amount to that. Like, everything in life. Like, the way I just straightened my socks right there and adjusted the cuff of my pant leg there, that took a certain amount of skill. Hello? Hello? Oh, what's up, dude? I'm still on TV. Yeah, I'm still on YouTube. But, I mean, if you don't care, I don't care. If you don't care, they don't care. Is there anybody watching this when I say they? I don't know. Cool. Yeah, it just felt like putting music into the YouTube. I felt like putting music into the microphone. I just heard, if you don't care, I don't care. If you don't like it, we don't care. Dude, I was just talking about driving under the influence of cannabis. Did you watch that? Alright, well, you should watch it. Rewind your stream. I have no idea, man. I've only heard the computer go off. It said 6 o'clock, so I don't think I've been going longer than 2 hours. I might be longer than an hour. I might be at an hour and a half. I don't know. Almost 2 hours. That's exactly what I said. So yeah. Should I put you on speakerphone? Do you want to be on the stream, or should I hang up? Because this is probably not the most professional way to stream. I don't know. Answered what? Yeah, but I usually put it on speaker or what? Oh, you're saying I did it, so I should follow through with my phone call? Because otherwise, why didn't I just let it go to voicemail? Yeah, you see, this is why I suppose when I listen to music on my cell phone and use it as an audio storage device, use it like a jukebox. I'm actually aware when I get a phone call, as opposed to when I just don't use my phone as a jukebox. If I just kind of like lay it down and don't pay attention to it. Oh man, right now the most recent thing I listened to was Miles Davis, but before that was Conflict. Or no, actually it was Hugger Wales, and before that was Conflict, and before that was No Means No, and before that was The Farts, and before that was the Urinal Cakes of America. And I think that's everything I've played so far. Pretty good shit, right? Good selection of music. Yeah, it could. Damn right it could be worse. Hey, I'm gonna address my viewers. I'm shutting down the stream. Give me 1 second. All right, everybody. Well, I need to refill my beverage, and I got a phone call, so I'm gonna go. I guess I'm done playing music anyways. So thanks for watching, and yeah, check you later. Oh yeah. You will not be able to reconnect your stream.